Good morning, and thank you for joining us on the Friday edition of TVC Breakfast. I'm Veronica Dan Ikboy. Joining me this morning is Ibrahim Shita. Ibrahim?
Happy
Thank God it's Friday.
Happy Wet Friday morning, or whichever one.
The weekend is upon us already.
That's right.
So many things have happened over this week, in the course of this week, and a few of them we'll also be looking at this morning. Talking about the NLC pulling out of conversation, minimum wage conversation with the federal government. That's what they are saying because of, they say, the body language of the federal government. Even though the government is still saying, still come to the negotiating table, let's have this conversation. But then again, we're also looking at the matters of security, how we can improve upon it across the country. And then we're going to look at the talent pool we have as a country. We know that a majority of persons have left the country, the Japa syndrome. But those that are left behind, how are we improving upon them such that they can meet up what is needed for us as a country? But then let's begin with this story. Talking about the Emirates is set to resume services to Nigeria. That's the airline from the 1st of October this year. The airline confirmed that its daily operations in Nigeria starts October the 1st, 2024, offering unrivaled connectivity for Nigerian travelers. Now, the Deputy President and Chief Commercial Officer, Emirates Airlines, Adnan Kazim, says they are excited to resume services to Nigeria. This conversation has been ongoing for some time now when Emirates, left the country because they were unable to repatriate their funds. But since the CBN was able to resolve all of that after the resumption of the new governor of the CBN, talking about Cardoso, he's been able to address the backlog of those funds that that were trapped in the country. And so I believe based on that, and we also saw that the president had conversations with the community in Saudi Arabia, yes, and this was also part of some of the conversations he had. But it's good to see that they are resuming back in the country, talking about employment for those who will be working with them from Nigeria. But then again, the competition is still there. Although they're saying they are offering unrivaled services to their customers.
That's right.
Let's see how that will pan out.
Definitely, and it's good news for those who love Emirates, those who love to fly Emirates because of their top-notch service, according to those who often use it. And it's also good that the federal government going to UAE in August last year. And, returning with the news, Ajurin Gilali gave that, okay, the visa ban had been lifted and Emirates will resume. And it turned out that it wasn't, the case. And a lot of people started dissing, the federal government, saying that, it's all full of lies and all of that.
But
now it has actually, come to, fruition. So, but the only thing that is left is the visa ban. Although they said the visa ban will come before the Emirates resumption. Yeah. But then what is expected now is the visa ban. So is the visa ban to be lifted. So it's good news, and then it will offer good quality service according to what it says, and then also resuming the operations and their services in Nigeria on October the 1st. Yes. And that's good news. So all the same, if they want to do that, if whatever federal government is offering the UAE, they should ensure that it cuts across all of the airlines, all of the airlines operators, because it has to be highly competitive. It definitely will bring down the price of bring down airfares for travelers. So I'm happy, I'm excited, and it's the policies of the government which has been badly criticized. Maybe we're already seeing that it's yielding positive results. So in the long run, in the long term, we want to see more airlines coming in. We want to see more investors coming in. We want to see us, banking or relating with, other countries in a very positive diplomatic relationship that, we've ever enjoyed.
Absolutely. I like the fact that you raised the point about whatever the government is offering them, it cuts across. Yeah. Because that's also the same thing that some Nigerians have been speaking about with regards to local investors, those who are invested in this sector as it is locally, what are they benefiting? What are those rebates and all that government is giving them? Because one thing that I recall while we're having a conversation with Alan Onyema is the matter of multiple taxation and all of it. And those are some of the issues that they were looking to government to resolve so that this can really be competitive as it is. We know that he is one of those who travel across the international space. Yeah. So it's also very important that we make some level of arrangement for him and every other person who is looking to also break into the international market as it is, because a number of airlines have tried but failed. So right. How are we diplomatically engaging these other governments across the world to ensure that we also benefit from them and not just them benefiting from us? Yeah. So it has to be a level playing field as it is. So it's important that as we have these conversations with them, we also go to other countries such that we can also benefit, because at the end of the day, it's how it gets trickled down to the man on the streets, you and I, and every other person out there. So these are the issues. So as much as we are looking to welcome investors, how we're also ensuring that the environment is conducive for local investors.
Yes, and talking about the visa ban, which a lot of people are actually looking forward to, to hearing. I would want to say that whenever that happens, or even before that happens, Nigerians should always conduct themselves, right outside of the country.
Very important.
Yeah, because whatever it is that you do in your country, even Nigeria doesn't condone bad attitude, bad character and all of that. So you don't want to go to other people's country and start, misbehaving and all of that. So it is how we also dress is the way we will definitely be addressed, to use the popular maxim. So it's very important for Nigerians to conduct themselves, rightly outside of the country, and also whatever information you have, whatever suggestions you have, always offer the federal government. Everything should not be negative, shouldn't be bad news, shouldn't be all celebrating or gloating over foreign countries or foreign businesses, calling our bluff and all of that. So it's very important that we are ambassadors of, our own country, whatever it is that we find ourselves. So I'm excited.
Absolutely. I want to believe that lessons have been learned. Yeah. I hope. Let me use that word. You
need to put a caveat.
I hope that lessons have been learned, because we've seen scenarios where so many things happen. We're thinking that people will change, but we still see these things happening again and again.
And it's not always our government. We are the government. So whatever it is that we do out there.
We are representatives of the government and the country wherever we are. So it's important that we are good ambassadors, like it's been rightly pointed out.